Well, good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majewski back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Weather Studios with your weather update here on your July the 30th, 2026. Boy, shaping up to be a great end to our Thursday. A lot of sunshine, a noticeable drop in that humidity level. Welcome sight for sure for today. And it's going to set up for a very pleasant night tonight. I think we're going to see a lot of 60s out there for tonight, maybe even a few 50s up in the higher elevations. And then we'll have one more dry day, and then things are going to change going into the weekend, unfortunately. Both Saturday and Sunday are looking a little wet, and we're going to break it all down for you here in this full update. Now, before we get going, if you're new here to our YouTube channel, let me quickly introduce myself as your personal weatherman on a mission to turn this into a professional 24-hour weather channel, and I could sure use your help. It's all about subscribers, especially when you're trying to play the numbers game with potential advertisers and sponsors, and you can help. All you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on our weather updates, as well as any live severe weather coverage we do exclusively here for North Georgia. All right, let's get rolling, shall we? Let's take a live look there in Dahlonega. It is a beautiful afternoon, a lot of sunshine, just a few fair weather clouds. Very nice day all across North Georgia. Even in my backyard here in Braselton, Georgia, currently checking in at 88 degrees. Very nice. Dew point sitting at 65. That is very nice indeed. So it's going to be a great night tonight for all of us here. Radar is clear, should remain that way for one more day, and then we'll be tracking some rain coming in as we go in towards Saturday. We're going to break that down for you here in a second. As we look at where the rain is currently falling, it's down here from Arkansas, stretching back into Mississippi, Alabama, and down here toward the Florida Panhandle. So that's where the wet weather is currently sitting right now, with a few thunderstorms down there. And boy, you know, not very often in late July do you see a satellite picture where we're not seeing any clouds across North Georgia of any significance there. Everything's down to the south, as thanks to that high pressure that's moved in across the area and giving us some pretty nice weather. But you see the thunderstorms blowing up there across Arkansas, heading back down to the Florida Panhandle and Alabama. But we are staying dry for the moment. So temperatures out there warming up nicely. Everybody here getting generally into the 80s right now. And the dew points, not bad for North Georgia. Still holding on a little bit down to the south, like south of Interstate 20. It's been a little slow to drop off there. But these are going to go even lower for tomorrow. I'm going to show you that here in a second, just so you can kind of see a comparative see there. And again, because of the air being drier, you notice we don't have any heat advisories anywhere near us. In fact, I don't think we're going to see any heat advisories really here. At least the next 7 days, not showing anything of any real heat. In fact, we're going to stay unsettled going into next week, and there's a reason for that. And I'll explain that to you here in a second. Now, as we look at the excessive rainfall outlook, this is going into Saturday. This has kind of been flip-flopping back and forth the last couple days, but I think we're locking in here of some potential heavy rains across northwest Georgia. That's kind of getting that level 2 category there. We've got some showers and storms coming in, and it might be severe, but we're talking marginal. We're talking borderline here. So right now, the day 3 outlook has got just a little bit of northwest Georgia in on this. Again, just maybe some strong gusty winds, some brief heavy rains, and some lightning with this. As this upper low is going to be traveling toward us, coming out of Kentucky and Tennessee, and it's going to linger for a little bit as well. So as we got this looping on through here, again, rest of your Thursday and Friday looking dry as a bell. Nothing to worry about here. Friday's looking good. No problems there until we get into Saturday. All right, so we'll stop right there Saturday morning. You notice the showers back over Alabama. That's starting to sneak in our direction. And we're going to a little bit unsettled. Get that daytime heating. Looks like a little surge of something kind of coming up at us here from the south going into your Saturday afternoon. So we'll watch it close. I'm sure this model will update again later, and just it remains unsettled. This is wrapping around some low pressure. It's kind of dropping off. Let me pull back here a little bit. That low is kind of dropping in right here. So we got this kind of coming on in here, and it's dropping southward. And you see the spin. You see it kind of moving there? And it's not going to be in a big hurry. It's just going to kind of sit there across the south, and it's going to basically keep pumping moisture up at us going into early next week. So we're going to remain unsettled, not only for the weekend, but the start of next week. It should taper off toward the end of next week, but we're going to be a little going to be needing that umbrella, I think, for a few days. All right, so let's look at your weather map here. Again, watching that feature kind of dropping down here out of the plains, coming into the southeast as it's going to get cut off from the jet stream and linger for a little bit. So it'll be our little friend. It'll keep our temperatures down a little bit. Not going to see a ton of sunshine as a result of it, but I think we'll dry out toward the end of next week. So let's look at the local forecast here. Gainesville, looking at 92.67. Again, it's warm, but the humidity will be low once again. So again, you see morning lows. Almost everybody here in the 60s, even down into Metro Atlanta, which is something you don't see very often in July. Very, very comfortable indeed. And then as we go into the afternoon, it'll be warm. This model's a little warmer than what I'm thinking, but still showing 80s and low 90s out there. But the big story is this. Check out the dew points here for tomorrow. Look at this, man. A lot of 50s out there. So even though it's warm, it's not going to feel oppressively hot to you. So no heat advisories out there. And definitely looking at a pretty decent late summer day here for us. All right, let's go look at our regional forecast. Again, temperatures, if you want some heat, we can go back over here to Arkansas, 101, or down toward Albany, where it's 98 over that way, or 98 over at Augusta. So, but here across our area, not looking too bad. We can handle that for one more day. But things are going to change, my friend. Get ready for the weekend. Here we go. I got rain chances coming up for Saturday and Sunday. And notice it just kind of lingers all week. We stay in the 80s, but the temperatures do start to creep back up. We're getting closer to the 90 as we head toward Thursday. Overnight lows generally staying in the lower 70s. So looks like a little bit of unsettled weather moving at us. Now, with that coming at us for the weekend, you may want to download a free weather app. Yeah, it's totally free. You can go to the Apple Store or you can go to Google Play. You can download this. Just put in North Georgia Majestic Weather, or you can scan the QR codes there. Great weather apps. All our customers have been watching us. They say they love it. I mean, it alerts you when there's rain nearby, lightning nearby, severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecast, nice future casts, and get an idea of where that radar is going to be heading. And it's also got a power outage map that was just added in our last upgrade. So again, if you want to go and download this, please do so. And it's brought to you by our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. If you've been putting it off, you need to get that roof taken care of. Don't let Mother Nature make a bigger mess of it. Go ahead and download that now and go and get that roof taken care of. Roof It Forward out of Woodstock. They also give you great customer service, great craftsmanship, and they also give a portion back to the local children's charity. And we thank them for being our weather app sponsor. All right, that's it. We got one more day to the weekend, and then unfortunately we got to dodge some weather. Too bad we couldn't package Thursday and Friday and moved it to Saturday, Sunday. That would have been pretty nice, but unfortunately, I can't do that. We just got to deal with a little bit of rain, and that's okay. The drought conditions are continuing to improve. You know, only about 20% of the state now is under any kind of drought conditions. We had a nice improvement today. Guess I should have dropped that in this update, but I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, that is y'all's update for today. Again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the YouTube channel. Please hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all our weather updates. All right, that'll do it for today. Y'all be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Bye-bye.